artisan dreamer, love I do paper.
Yo. Okay, so it's Friday today. Happy Friday, everybody. And today I want to talk about youthfulness and the importance of taking advantage of the moment, because I notice older people, and when I say older, this is whatever you think is old. That's something to kind of check yourself on. What do you think is old? Because my parents are not even 50 yet, and they think that they're old. But anyway, 40, 50 and above that feel that they should have done something differently when they were young. Like, they look at me and what I'm doing, and they're like, go you, because I wish I would have blah blah blah. You know how it goes. There are a lot of 20-year-olds in my group that I know, obviously, because that's how old I am. But I see some of us not using our time like the best. Like, for example, I was just now on Netflix watching a documentary, and it's cool and all, because I'm watching a documentary and I just love learning, and it's kind of an addiction. But it's I try to check myself on how much I am consuming, how much creative stuff am I consuming, as opposed to how much creative stuff am I actually creating and producing. And then, last night I was watching a video about the shortness of life, and how life isn't actually short. It's just a lot of us just kind of waste the time away. And this was a book written a long time ago, and now, in 2017, there's even more distractions for us to kind of give our time up. For example, like I said, Netflix. My Tico brother, my Costa Rican brother here, he's letting me use his Netflix account, and it has been a blessing and a curse, because there are some great, I haven't had Netflix in a minute, and there are some great documentaries, some really cool series and everything, and movies. But it's dangerous, because you can just get sucked into it, and you'll just be watching it for hours. So I really try to limit that, and I like to be aware of what I'm doing in every single moment. And I was just watching this documentary, 20 minutes in, I'm like, bruh, I can't finish this right now, I gotta do something. And that just kind of, this is going to be a very unstructured video, but whatever, I'm just talking. But yeah, that also kind of makes me think about this puppy, or this little doggy right here. Can you guys see this dog? Look at this puppy. Look at the puppy. Smelling and stuff. It's my backyard. It's pretty cool. I'll give a tour. I'll give a house tour. If this gets 10 likes, I'm dreaming big here. If it gets 10 likes, I'll do a whole house tour, because I have a really beautiful house here. I'm really blessed. But yeah, it gets me thinking about just time and what we spend our time doing. I know a lot of us have social media, and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. These are things that we use, or at least these are things that exist. We don't have to use them. I'm perfectly content, and I know a lot of people that are perfectly fine, just going about their life, and they don't know what their friends are doing. That this is such a new concept, such a new thing for us to. Un momento. Hay un avión que está volando sobre esto. Yeah, I know people that are perfectly content. It's a new thing that for us to constantly be checked in with what our friends are doing, and updating ourselves and everything like that. It really gets me wondering, how valuable is your time to you? We can't, or we can. You can do whatever you want, honestly. But I'm just gonna talk personally. I'm very cautious with where I spend my time, because for example, if there's a group of friends, I'm in Costa Rica right now, and I really like to practice my Spanish. And sometimes, and the students from the States this semester are super cool. There's 50 of them, and they're all just so unique and interesting, and they do their own thing and stuff. Some of them I have more in common with, and I learn from them a little bit more, because they have knowledge about the things that I'm interested in, and I don't mind spending my time with them. But I limit it, because my top goal, my number one goal, I can't forget, my number one goal here is to learn as much Spanish as possible. And if we're just not speaking Spanish, then that I could, I could go hang out with my Tico friends and learn Spanish, or even I could come home and just watch videos in Spanish, or whatever, just talk with my Tico family and just like speak to them in Spanish. That's my number one goal. So if I'm doing that, my time is being spent wisely. Now, if I'm watching a documentary about food and I already feel pretty content, satisfied with like my diet and everything, it's nice education, but is it going towards my top goals? And I don't know if I've talked on this channel about the prioritizing your goals and making sure you stick with them and everything, but it's really important for us to do. And what else about time? Yeah, so I really recommend, it's just a recommendation for us to spend our time today as we would want it to be, look in the future, looking back, like what did I do? Was I, because if you collect all the time that we kind of spend keeping up with other people's social media, and just letting our friends kind of vent to us, and just being around people that aren't really helping us grow that much, or doing whatever, watching Netflix, watching shows that maybe sort of fulfilled us in the moment, and just all these mundane, or I mean not mundane, but like all these kind of trivial things that we spend our time doing. Just if you aren't satisfied, if you don't think you'll be satisfied, like as a 60, 70, 80-year-old looking back, like, whoa, where did the time go? Where did my life go? What did I spend it doing? And if you wouldn't be satisfied with saying, well, yeah, I was just watching Snapchats, and that's what you give your answer to your grandkids, if that's not what you're okay with, change it. What are you working toward? What are your passions? What really fulfills you? Like, what really gets you just feeling so full of energy and life and love? And if that's spending time with your family, spend more time with your family. Like, and something that can help you out is thinking, when it comes to people, when it comes to hanging out with like family or friends, think of it like this is the last time you'll see them. Like, it's kind of like, whoa, but seriously, because it'll really help you seize that moment and be like, wow, okay, that's very true. Like, we are creatures that are gonna eventually die. Let's spend the moment right now the best that we can, because I mean, our lifetimes that our lifespans that we, as an individual, that we're gonna be here on this planet Earth in this time space, is such a small, inconceivable small amount of time in retrospect of everything, of all time that has ever existed, if this is making sense. And so really ask yourself, am I spending this time the best that I can right now? Is this what I should be doing? I mean, none of us have it figured out. I don't know if, but it's what feels right, so just always do what feels right, and never feel pressured to do what everyone else is doing. Like, delete your Instagram and just see if you can go a week without it, or because I mean, a lot of us are addicted. Let's just, just like how I'm addicted to bread and cookies, and I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. But some of us are addicted to social media, and don't think of addiction as something so negative. It's just, it's a neurological, like psychological thing that just happens when we do something every single day, every minute of the day. It just becomes something that is just, that starts to feel natural. It doesn't necessarily feel right. It just starts to feel natural. And a lot of us are, addicted to social media. So when you cut it out of your life, you might feel like, whoa, it's like when you take the bottle away from someone who's struggling from alcohol issue, and it's like, well, they need it. They think they need it urgently because that's what they've been used to, but they don't actually need it. Do you think someone who is struggling with alcohol, substance abuse problems, do you think that they'll die without the alcohol the next day? Probably not. But psychologically, we feel like we will. We're like, where's the Wi-Fi? Where's the Snapchat story? And okay, so I'm getting a little excited here. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. I don't know how long this video is, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, give this a thumbs up, and if this gets like a cool amount, I'm aiming for 10. 10 is a cool number to me, right? 10 BS. And so if this gets 10 likes, then I'll do a little tour of my house, because in my room, well, my room here, because I have a room tour from my room back in LA, but I'm in Costa Rica now, so I can show you guys some stuff. All right, rambling. Ciao. Thanks for watching.
Artisan dreamer, love I do paper.